There are places that do not appear on maps, not because they were forgotten, but because they were never meant to be found. And if a road suddenly leads you to a place where GPS stops working, it's not a glitch, it's an invitation. They had been driving for 6 hours. Late evening, Kansas. An empty highway cut open by headlights. Tom, Sarah, and their 10-year-old son Evan were returning from visiting relatives. The navigation showed 2 hours left. And then, the sign appeared. Hollow Creek, 2 miles. I don't remember this exit, Tom said. Maybe it's a shortcut? Sarah replied. It says town. Tom turned, and immediately felt something was wrong. The road grew narrower, the asphalt older, the forest on both sides, too dense. And then, the signal disappeared. Hollow Creek appeared suddenly. A few farms, an old store, a white church with a wooden cross, a gas station with a single pump, lights in the windows, smoke from chimneys, a living town. But the navigation showed only one thing. You are off the map. That's impossible, Sarah whispered. Evan stared out the window. Mom, why is everyone staring at us? They entered the store. The bell above the door rang too loudly. Inside, silence. Behind the counter stood a man in a plaid shirt, old-fashioned, like from another era. Good evening, Tom said. The man slowly raised his eyes. You're not from here. It wasn't a question. We're looking for the way back to the highway, Sarah said. The man smiled. Everyone is. A calendar hung on the wall. July 1952. They drove out of town the same way they came. 10 minutes passed. 15. The forest didn't change. And then, the sign appeared again. Hollow Creek, 2 miles. Sarah started crying. We're driving in circles? No, Tom said. That's impossible. But the town stood before them again. The same, unchanged, as if it had been waiting. The church lights were on. Inside, people sat silently, on wooden pews. The pastor stood at the altar. You arrived late, he said. The service is already over. Tell us how to leave, Sarah almost screamed. The pastor sighed. No one leaves until someone stays. Stays who? Tom asked. The pastor looked at Evan. In the old library, Tom found newspapers, yellowed, tied with string. One date repeated again and again. July 14, 1952. The headline read, Fire in Hollow Creek. All residents dead. The town burned down in one night. Cause? Unknown. Bodies? Unidentified. Tom lowered the paper. This place can't exist. But we're here, Sarah said. They were allowed to stay overnight in an old house. The road will open in the morning, they were told. That night, Tom woke up. He heard footsteps. Many footsteps. As if the entire town was walking around the house. Through the window he saw people. Standing. Watching. Not blinking. At dawn, the pastor came alone. We're not dead, he said. We stayed. After the fire, we realized, if someone leaves, the town disappears forever. So we wait for newcomers. Someone to take a place. Sarah grabbed Evan. Oh. The pastor lowered his head. 1. Silence. We only need one. The road opened. Fresh asphalt led forward. The town stood behind them. Drive. Sarah screamed. But Evan was staring back. Mom, they're afraid. Tom turned. All the residents stood silently and stared at the child. If we leave, Tom whispered, they disappear. And if we leave him, Sarah replied. The car stopped. 3 hours later, the car was found on the side of the highway. Doors open. No signs of struggle. The family disappeared. Police never found Hollow Creek. On maps, only fields. But sometimes, drivers see a sign. Hollow Creek, 2 miles. And if someone turns, the town fills with light again. Because it exists, only as long as someone stays. Police worked fast. The family's car was found before dawn. The engine was warm, the tank half full. Inside, belongings. Evan's backpack, the toy. Sarah's phone, dead, with no calls after 10:41 p.m. The strangest part, the navigation had no record of the exit. No Hollow Creek. No turn. Not even a shadow of a road. Official conclusion. The family left the highway, had an accident, or got lost. The case was closed in 2 weeks. One officer, Martin, took a copy of the dashcam footage. He wasn't supposed to. On the video, headlights illuminated the sign. Hollow Creek, 2 miles. When Martin froze the frame and zoomed in, he noticed small text at the bottom. Faded. Population, 43. Martin searched on his own. Not databases. Paper. In the county archive, among yellowed files, he found something disturbing. A list of missing families. 1954, 1961, 1978, 1993, 2008, all vanished on the same stretch of highway. And every case shared one detail. Last phone signal lost without explanation. In the church archive, a diary was found. The cover, burned. The pages, stuck together. Date, July 13, 1952. Asterisk, we prayed, but the fire did not stop. Children screamed. People ran toward the road, but the road vanished. When it ended, we stayed. And then the sign appeared. The next page read, someone must remain, otherwise we will cease to exist. 3 months later, Officer Martin drove that highway again, alone, at night, and he saw it. The same sign. Fresh. Hollow Creek, 2 miles. He didn't turn, but in the rearview mirror, he saw something worse. The sign was already behind him. That same night, a new light appeared. In Hollow Creek, in one of the houses, Evans sat on the church steps. The pastor placed a hand on his shoulder. You're local now, he said. And my parents? The boy whispered. The pastor looked toward the road. They went on. Evan knew it was a lie, because at night, he saw them, standing at the edge of the town, watching him. In the store, the calendar was changed. No longer July 1952. Now it read, July 2025. Population, 44. Hollow Creek is not a trap. It's a balance. For someone to leave, someone must stay. For the road to exist, someone must watch it. And if you see a sign that wasn't there before, it means someone has just freed a place. There is a reason some places don't appear on maps. Not because they don't exist, but because they're back. And wait, if you're driving a highway at night and see an exit, you don't remember, don't check it, because Hollow Creek only appears when it's ready to accept one more.